Hello everyone, Jennifer here from Hidden Garden Oasis. Tonight's class is all about California poppy, and we are continuing, we'll call it a series, on sleep, relaxation, and rest. Um, and so we had an overall class couple weeks ago about sleep and relaxation. If you have not seen that, you can watch the replay on the Hidden Garden Oasis site or the Natural Healing Community Group, which is public. You can also go to my YouTube channel, Hidden Garden Oasis, and you can watch that video there where we talk about the science of sleep and the importance of sleep. Last week we did all about valerian root, which is an herb that helps you support your sleep. And tonight we are talking about California poppy. I think I have this slide thing down, so pray that we do. So here I am. Let me go back here. Make sure it changed. Yes. All right. Here I am. That's me, Jennifer Smith from Hidden Garden Oasis. And this is my logo. So that's how you can make sure you're in the right place, is look for that logo on YouTube, on Facebook, and you're in the right place. This is what California poppy looks like. And I'm sure you are familiar with the famous line from The Wizard of Oz, poppies will make them sleep. Yes, they will. Also, you may know that poppy, which is a different kind of poppy, is where opium is derived from. California poppy does not have any opioids or opium in it whatsoever. So the Latin name is Echinacea californica, and it is an annual or perennial, just depends on what kind you get. They grow up to 2 feet tall. They're finely cut leaves and have bright orange, yellow, or pink or red flowers. So the colors vary. You can buy California poppy seeds at your local hardware store, like a Menards or a Lowe's. You can even go to like farming stores such as Orchlands or Rural King or Tractor Supply, and a lot of times in their seed area they do carry California poppy. So this is something that you can grow yourself, easy access to the seeds. You can grow them inside or outside. For me, a lot of the medicinal plants I like to do both inside and outside, just so that I always have them on hand, and it does make it easier for me to harvest them and dry them because I'll have them in multiple places. So next we are going to talk about energetics. So the energetics of California poppy, and if you are watching my first class, I always touch on energetics each time. So we have energetics, plants have energetics. The point is to put your body back in balance with the herbs, or plants. So if you are somebody who tends to have really dry skin all the time, you're always cold, then your energetics would be drying and cooling. So you would be looking for herbs that were moistening and warming to put your body back in balance. Okay, that's a very quick kind of overview on energetics. It does go much deeper than that. So for California poppy, the energetics are cooling and drying, and it's also a bitter. Bitters tend to help with digestion, so that's kind of something to know. If you taste an herb and it tastes really bitter, usually it does have some kind of action on your digestive system. So next we will talk about the herbal actions. Making sure my slides are switching over here. Um, oh, I did it again. Sorry about that. So the herbal actions for California poppy. So they are a close relative to the opium poppy, but it has significantly different effects on the body and the central nervous system. So it's not a narcotic. California poppy is not a narcotic. I just want to make sure that nobody gets confused. And in fact, in fact, rather than disorienting the user, it actually tends to normalize psychological functions. So instead of like the opium or opioid, where it kind of, I'm gonna use a real technical term here and say trippy. It actually does the opposite effect and kind of normalizes and helps out your psychological functions. So it is a gentle antispasmodic. So anybody who has any kind of spasmodic issues, tics, seizures, twitches, a muscle that is spasming. So if you're sleeping, sleep specifically. If you are somebody who has any kind of like restless leg syndrome or anything like that, it would help with that spasming for sleep. It is a sedative and it is an analgesic. Okay, so I do have a little note here. I want to talk about an analgesic. Analgesics are they are an NSAID. And I'm sure you've seen these all caps initials in lots of places. So an NSAID is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. So it is something that is non-narcotic. It is non-steroidal. It helps with inflammation and it helps with pain. So it's non-addictive. Sorry, lost my place. Examples of those would be aspirin or naproxen or ibuprofen. However, since this is a natural plant, it doesn't have the negative effects on your liver or your kidneys or anything like that. So it is a safe herb to take that will also help with pain. So again, to correlate with the sleep aspect of it, if you are somebody who has a lot of aches and pains and that's the cause of you not being able to fall asleep or not being able to stay asleep, the California poppy is really good for that. I've said this in the valerian class. I like to go back and forth between the sleep aid, which is the valerian, passion flower, and chamomile that I have on my website, and the poppy sleep aid, which is California poppy, chamomile, and passion flower. And passion flower will be next week's class. And the reason why I like to go back and forth is because the valerian and the California poppy both help tremendously with sleep, falling asleep, staying asleep, but they have very different effects on the body. And I like the California poppy when I am more in pain, I guess you can say. I have issues with my neck and my back, and it just really helps me get some of that restorative sleep where I'm not in pain or getting woken up in pain. The valerian I love because it's super relaxing. I have not put them together. However, that is something that you could do. I might, if I do decide to make a different version of the sleep support capsules that I have on the Hidden Garden Oasis website, and try them out and let you know. Um, I'll let you know if I do that and I try them how it works. I mean I might just absolutely fall in love with combining them together. I just haven't done it yet. Right now I have the two options because of that 10% of people that aren't able to use the valerian. Not to mention, as I stated, everyone has different needs and different sleep issues, so I wanted to make sure there was a variety. So there may be another variety out there one day when I decide. Same with the menopausal support capsules. I have valerian in there, but I may make a the same kind of formulation, but put California poppy in there instead of valerian, so there's a choice there as well. Those also work amazing because they also have the additional herbs in there for people who have the hot flashes or the night sweats, and all of the things associated with menopause or perimenopausal symptoms. So let's move on. Okay, now we are going to talk about the constituents. So California poppy has many wonderful uh, things and constituents in them that help your body, and together they are they regulate the nerve cells and enhance our GABA receptors that leave or that have a sedative effect uh, on our bodies. So I have a list here, all of them, the alkaloids and the I have them listed there, so you can look into each one of them individually. But together, they help regulate our nerve cells and enhance our GABA receptors so that it helps us to relax and helps us with pain management so that we can rest better. All right. So now we're going to talk about the parts that are used medicinally of the California poppy. I did it again. And that is the aerial parts. And so the aerial parts of a plant are going to be the leaves and the flowers on the California poppy. Those are what are used. You can use them fresh or you can use them dried. It just depends on what you're preparing. If you are doing any kind of an oil, you would not want to use fresh plant material because the water in the leaves and the flowers will ruin your oil. But if you are going to use a tincture or make a tea or a tisane, then you can, a tea or a tisane or a tincture, all those teas, you can use fresh plant material. All right, now we are going to talk about the uses of California poppy. So, it is a valuable herbal ally for treating physical and psychological problems and say for children too. In children and adults, it may provide beneficial attempts to overcome nervous tension and anxiety, bedwetting, difficulty sleeping, which we know, and also mild pain. Contraindications is the next slide. And contraindications, if you're unfamiliar with this word, are kind of like warnings or cautions for these are the people or these are the issues that you may have that you may want to discuss it with your doctor first. Either you shouldn't use it or you should be careful while using it and monitor your use and how you react to it. So contraindications, so if you have any kind of allergy, or allergic reaction to plants in this plant family, the Papaversia family, then you should probably either not use it or be very cautious using it and see if you have any kind of reaction. As with most herbs, pregnant or nursing women should not use this herb along with many others, or should only use it under the care and guidance of a clinical herbalist or a doctor, because there are so many things when you are pregnant. You have to worry about the baby and you have to worry about yourself. Same with nursing the baby. You don't want anything to go into the baby because it is a sedative that might hurt them. So preparations, I did speak on this a moment ago briefly. Different ways that you can use California poppy. You can use it in a tea or an infusion, capsule, tincture, or a poultice. So a poultice is when you take the fresh plant material and you add water to it. If you're, say, out in the wild and you come across some California poppy and you hurt yourself, or even if you have a toothache, you can chew on the flowers or the leaves and it will release that pain reliever, and it will help you if you have any kind of a wound. You can dip the plant material in a fresh water, or you can use your saliva and you can put it directly on the affected area that is hurting, and you can help with the pain of the wound. Okay, cultivation and harvesting. So California poppy is native to western Northern America. It is widely cultivated as a garden plant. Like I said, these are very easy to obtain. Not even in seeds. Sometimes you can find the actual plants growing that you can purchase. Remember though, if you don't start it from seed in your own soil, at your own house, you don't know how the plants were started. And if you want to make sure it is 100% organic, you should really start the plant with your own soil, not with Miracle-Gro in it. And start it from seed and then replant it in your own pots or in your gardens, wherever you want it. And then as you harvest it, or even if you just trim it back, you can dry it and then you can jar it up once it's dried to use at a later time, because plants, flowers don't bloom all year long, and plants don't live all year long. So if you do dry it, you'll have it even in the winter months. So widely cultivated in garden plants. It prefers sandy soil, best to harvest in the early morning and right before the flowers are going to seed. All right, I'm going to briefly talk about the history of California poppy. Keep pressing the wrong button there. So Native Americans used to use the sap of the plant for pain-killing purposes, especially for toothaches. And like I said, you can chew on it. You can use the sap for pain. The leaves were eaten as a vegetable. Early settlers used to use it for sleep problems, especially for children, and even helps with whooping cough in children. And California poppy is the state flower of California. So a lot of the information that I use, not all of it, but I did use this book, which I actually referenced this book in the last class as well. It's the Encyclopedia of Herbal Medicine, and this is a great one to have in your collection if you do want to learn about plants and the medicinal uses of plants and want to learn herbalism. This is a great book to have, and you can get it from Amazon, probably at your local bookstore too. You'll have to check and see. So I was talking about earlier, I do have products for sale this month. The whole theme is sleep and relaxation, and that is what the monthly box is this month. So in the monthly box, it is $49.99 a month, and that is over $100 worth of items every month, and they're always different, as you usually have a theme. And then if you use this code right here, box 1, when you make your order, you will receive $10 off your box. You will be able to sample, actually you'll get a full month's worth of the sleep aid, or the sleep support capsules, which is the valerian, chamomile, and passion flower. You'll get a full month of the poppy sleep aid, which is the California poppy, with chamomile and passion flower, those formulations. You also get a sleep mask. I don't know if you can see it or not. They're black. You'll get a sleep mask. You'll get a candle to help you relax. You can also use, when you're doing your breathing exercises for sleep, or your yoga, or whatever you're doing to wind down, your stretching. You will also receive a jar of herbal bath soak to help you relax. And you also, right here, you will receive a relaxing massage oil as well. So everything is to prepare you to relax and get a good night's sleep. And if you have any questions, or if you are on any kind of medications and you're worried about anything interacting, any contraindications, or even if you want to talk about something that has nothing to do with sleep and just your overall wellness, if you go to my website, Hidden Garden Oasis, you can schedule a free consultation, and I'll be happy to talk to you and help you get on your right path for your natural healing journey. Or if you don't want the whole box, you can just purchase the California poppy, the poppy sleep aid. Those are $19.99 for a month's worth. And we also have the valerian one on there as well. Here's my website. You can just go on Google and type in Hidden Garden Oasis, and you'll see it'll pop up. The Facebook page, Hidden Garden Oasis, the groups, the study group, the natural healing community. I'm also on Instagram. There's my email address if you want to shoot me an email, and my phone number if you want to call to set something up as well. You can leave a message. I'll make sure that went over just fine. All right. Now, if you have any questions at all about this class, you can just reach out to me and let me know. You can send me a message. You can send me an email. However you want to reach out to me, and just let me know, and I'll be happy to schedule a time for you and we can talk. Or I can just, if you're sending me a message, I can answer your question for you. And as always, thank you for allowing me to help you on your natural healing journey. If you need anything, let me know.